So Square Enix seems like they're actually taking this whole multi-platform release seriously, with them deciding, well, last night, or whenever in your time zone, Kingdom Hearts will be coming to Steam, which is very surprising if you know about the whole thing with Epic and that whole thing, and how it's basically being stuck with Epic, practically like behind bars, stuck there and never to be put to Steam at all until yesterday. They just said, nah, we're really serious about this whole multi-platform release. We're gonna put it on Steam and hopefully maybe other platforms too. Well, I say other platforms, I really mean Nintendo Switch, since that still has cloud versions of that game and not native ports. So who knows? Also, I do apologize if I do sound poorly. I'm actually not sick, well, at least at the moment. I just have a blocked nose, so you may hear me sound like I'm under the weather, but trust me, I'm fine. So essentially, all Kingdom Hearts games is being ported to Steam, and there's no mention of a cloud release, so, hold your fingers, you definitely are probably safe for a native port, which is really great because, again, the Switch doesn't have that, which is really dumb, but, that's completely irrelevant. Yeah, that's basically news with Kingdom Hearts right now. Well, the most news we've ever gotten. It's not anything about Kingdom Hearts 4, so you still have to cross your fingers that gets announced maybe Summer Game Fest, hopefully. So, as I mentioned before, anyone that was looking for proof of Kingdom Hearts, or I should say Square Enix, going for this more multi-platform release, well, this is the truth right here, because if you know, Epic has literally just gobbled this thing up, like it's just been stuck there in purgatory, and somehow Square Enix was like, nah, we're not doing that anymore, we are going multi-platform, we are not being invited to one console, we are in desperate need of more customers and new fans, and they really did, which is really great if you're new to the series and you just wanted to play these games and you just couldn't be bothered to emulate these games or anything like that. Hopefully then, I guess that will mean Kingdom Hearts 4 will probably make its way to the Steam Deck, or I don't know, by the time it probably comes out, probably a Steam Deck, and hopefully soon enough for Nintendo Switch we'll get a Kingdom Hearts Sports, like natively, obviously, including 4. So still, fingers crossed for that. But that's not all we're going to be talking about in this video. Okay, so with all that said and done with Kingdom Hearts, what does this mean for other franchises of Square Enix? So, Final Fantasy, for example, will that come to Steam Deck or Steam? We don't really know still, and obviously that's still unclear, but I feel like it's very guaranteed to see a release soon. How soon? I'm not entirely sure, but the idea of putting these games on all platforms, and it's practically like almost making it their mission to do all of this, is really nice, because it does mean that more players, obviously, as I mentioned, get experience these, as well as just obviously boost their sales, which they are in desperate need for a comeback in some sort of shape or form. And by doing this is really great. Obviously, if they do plan to put it on stuff like the Steam Deck, they'll have to optimize it or make it in a way where it can handle it, because I'm not too sure if it will be able to handle Final Fantasy 16 or Rebirth. Mainly Rebirth, because that's actually an open world game, and 16, well, that's just graphical like beast itself too, which has even problems running on the PlayStation 5 at times, so to be honest, we really don't know. Lastly, I want to go over Nintendo's weird purchase that they've, I guess to be expected with Nintendo, they don't really make the conventional, I buy Activision Blizzard for $69 billion, I don't know, we'll do nothing with it, or I buy Bungie for like, I don't know, the price of that, but you know the deal. No, but Nintendo, they just randomly buy certain companies that, maybe they're just been in a partnership for a while, and they'll be like, oh, you know what? You've been doing us really good for the last couple of years. Let's just acquire you so, you don't lose you at all. And your hopes of, not hopes, I mean, your work in helping us will continue. The company in question that Nintendo is trying to purchase is Shiver. If you don't know who they are, they're a pretty small studio who mainly just handle ports. Well, at least in recent years, they've been handling ports of, well, the Pacific Impossible ports to Nintendo Switch. Other than that, they are also known as the people who made, I think, Scribblenauts, or that DC, or that weird game. I'm gonna show you the picture because I really can't remember the name for the life of me. But yes, they've also made that. Obviously, I think this is kind of an interesting choice, but as always, with their purchases of recent, it's just to benefit them in the long run. As obviously, it would be nice to have another company who handle ports for Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever they're going to call it. So it kind of makes sense, and I really thought, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. Obviously, the ports of recent, especially like with MK11, MK1, or Hogwarts Legacy, hasn't been the best, but it's still pretty good considering what they can do. And you have to realize that the Switch is old, like 7 or 8 years now. The chip itself is older, which is making it like, 2015? Like, wow, that's impressive that they can even do that. So, it makes all the sense, and they're not gonna, completely, keep them out from the outside world. They're still gonna do their normal stuff of porting other companies, or, I guess, handling other companies', business, but we're also gonna get those ports from them, probably, more often. So, be on the lookout if you ever see Shiver on the next, port of maybe Call of Duty or Kingdom Hearts or even Final Fantasy, 16, who knows. Anyway, that's all I really have to say, so without further ado, I am going to, just disappear, or whatever. Anyway, peace out, don't forget to, drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more content.
Then, you hopeless sleepyhead,